Celia, are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I
Yeah,
am here.
yeah. So we are live, and I'll just start it. Okay.
Okay, are we live?
Yeah,
Are
we
we
are
on?
live.
Okay, all right. Welcome everyone. And my name is Célia Malheiros, and I am a yoga therapist, instructor, composer, singer, sound therapist, and I'm glad to be here again with you. Today the topic is posture and how asanas can help you to correct your posture, can bring you flexibility, balance, and strength. So let's just to recap from last week, I talked about the importance of yoga in your life, how you can use yoga to enhance and to get better quality of life. And I talked about the 8 paths, or 8-limbed tree by Patanjali. Just to recap again, the correct order is yamas, niyamas, asanas, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, and samadhi, which is practicing all these limbs, all these techniques, and you can get to samadhi, which is freedom, which is, you can call it bliss. I think something happened here. I'm not seeing, so did something happen there? I'm not seeing the screen. Anyway, so I'll keep talking. So the practicing, using this practice, you can get to freedom, to enlightenment, to bliss, to samadhi. And today I'm here to talk about asanas. The word asana itself means to sit. I just want to check here. Are we on? Okay. Okay, I'll keep talking here. And how asanas can help us with posture. So the first thing that I would like to recommend is for us to check our posture. Even if you think you have a good posture, sometimes with whatever of life, you get, into some bad habits of bad posture, maybe slouching or and so on. So I'll give you a few asanas here that we can correct that. Few of the imbalance of standing, or maybe standing in one leg, maybe with one shoulder higher than the other, one hip higher than the other, scoliosis, maybe standing too stiff like military standing, and we'll go on to the mat now and practice that. But actually, before we do that, let's understand a little bit about the human body. What are we made of, right? Roughly speaking, we have the organs, we have the bones around to protect the organs, we have the muscles, and we have tendons and ligaments to hold the muscles in place. And on top, we have the skin to hold everything together. The biggest organ we have in the human body, the skin. So when you think of building something, right? If you are an architect, you need a good foundation. In our case, are the feet. You need a well-built structure, right? And so here are some building blocks here that I'm going to share with you. So if you stack things correctly, it will stand, and you don't need there is no strain, there is not a lot of work for the muscles, since the muscles are holding the structure together. If you build something somewhat aligned, at some point the muscle is going to have to work too hard to keep that and create imbalance, create pain, chronic pain, all kinds of imbalance. And if it's totally out of alignment, we won't stand. So let's go to the mat and try to find this alignment just in a simple asana, Tadasana. The asanas are usually named after nature, some part of nature or animal. So Tada means mountain. So let's go to the mat. And if you don't have a mat, don't worry, you can just stand. Okay, so were we not live? What happened there? Are we live back? Hello? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, I don't know, did I get, should I repeat what I just said? Anybody? Anyways, so I'll just recap a little bit if you missed something. I was talking about alignment, and I use this as building blocks, right? So if we correctly stand, we have bone on top of bone, right? If we're not aligning the bones, we have this kind of situation which can create pain, chronic pain, or imbalance of, difficulty of breathing in the case of rib cage. And in this way, you won't be able to stand at all. So just roughly, thinking of this as our body, the bones and the muscles. So we're gonna wisely use this amazing science of yoga, the asanas, to bring us back to alignment, balance. And this is not just a physical body. I believe by aligning the physical body, then you align all the bodies. There's the energetic body, for instance. If you have a chronic pain, something for a long time, you have a blockage there. If I'm unable to align that and unblock that and let prana, remember we talked about prana and how the prana flowing, that's health. So if you love your body, if you give attention to your body will give you health in return as well. So let's go to the mat. As I said before, you don't need a mat. You can just stand, please, barefoot, right? Because we're gonna work on the foot. And let's go. So let me know if you can still hear me from here. So standing, Tadasana. First of all, let's analyze how we stand, right? Sometimes we're more to one side than the other, and some people like to stand like cool like this, or I don't know if that's true, I don't think so, but anyways, we'll just figure out, before you start correcting, we need to know what are we correcting. If you figure that maybe you're standing too much too forward, right? And that's usually this posture here, when your butt's standing up, back here, and you're always in the future, like your mind, right? So let's bring that back here, right? And try to stack this wisely. First thing, let's start from our foundation, the feet. Bring the toes up, and that engages the muscles already of the legs. It's very, very good way of starting this, and open the toes and bring them back to the mat. The feet are hip distance apart for now. I know you can practice Tadasana together, but it's harder on the balance to start with. So right under the hips, the feet stand there. Remember, we're becoming a mountain. So in the visualize a mountain, how you can connect with the earth through your roots, your feet, right? Grounding, literally thinking of yourself of this beautiful mountain. On the feet, you have 4 points that will hold us. That's our pillars there. So think of press with the 4 points of the feet down. Coming up, the knees. We're not locking the knees, but we can stand. When you stand with the knees bent, like I showed you there, you're going to put a lot of strain on the knees. So let's bring the knees back without locking, but the kneecaps up. What does that mean? It's not locking, it's really bringing up. You automatically engage the inner thighs, back of the thighs. And here we go. The foundation strong from there, from the navel down. Now, let's look at the hip points. Maybe you can even place a hand there, see if one hip is higher than the other, and adjust that. In fact, let's do some pelvic tilts. This is a very good idea to do it every day. We'll do it lying in our fours and cat-cow, but this is a good way to get this moving and lubricated. So coming to a neutral position, so you're not flattened here, that creates this posture, but not too much back, alignment of the pelvis, right? Navel towards the spine. What does that mean? That means that you're engaging the core. The core is this corset, like around your, and this is very important, and I'll show you some asanas to strengthen that. So here we go, strong feet, aligned pelvis, strong core. Let's work on the shoulders. We did this last time, we just go around, just releasing a little bit. It's morning here, so sometimes you wake up, you know, so release, release. We work on the neck next time, right? So for now, just release a little bit, look side to side, maybe give a little stretch to the sides. And bring the shoulders up, all the way up and back. So you feel the shoulder blades coming. I don't know if you can see mine. Coming close together towards the floor. So now we have the head. By doing that, the arms already go to a place here, which is just by the side. In Tadasana, we're going to straighten the fingers to give energy. When you do asanas, the whole body is working. Everything from even the hair working to get you, and this is amazing. This is amazing asana. It looks easy, but I think it's one of the hardest ones because it is the foundation of all the standing asanas. So, not stiff. The tucking in of the chin is very important because then brings the head right in the center and elongates the neck. So we are not stiff, just standing Tadasana, pressing down, feeling grounded. Maybe take a minute, breathe here, and feel it. And sometimes you feel the weight going forward and back. Just bring the awareness back into your body. That's the main thing we want to focus right now. Is just, who am I, right? We get to know, oh, I tend to stand here. A good way to check if you're standing well or walking well is check the soles of your shoes, right? How the wear of the shoes. And then you see maybe some sides that are more worn than the other, right? So here we go. This is Tadasana. Bring the head back to center. Feel the line of energy pulling you up. And the foundation of yoga is head over heart, heart over pelvis. Foundation, grounding, Tadasana. From here, we're going to Virabhadrasana. So just opening the feet, and this is a great asana to strengthen your legs, to get your core working, and the arms, a full body work here. The left foot will go out in a straight line, right? The back foot will come to a 90-degree angle. I don't know if you can see my back foot. I hope you can. And make sure that the edges of the foot is sealed to the mat behind here, right? The side of the mat. So we're not doing this. Now, just hips are going forward and slowly bend the knees. In the beginning, it's really hard to get the hips aligned here. So if that's happening, you can actually open a little bit up the back foot. And so pretend that you have some flashlights on your hips and you want the line to go straight like a car, right? So I'm having my alignment, the correct alignment is the heel. If you have one long line, align with my arch, the middle of my foot, the arches, right? So here we have, make sure the knee is not going over the toes. So have somewhat of a 90-degree. If I open more, I have a 90-degree here, hopefully. And the hips are forward, but maybe this is too wide for you. Let's stay here. And if it's okay, just inhale, the arms up to start with a V, because that opens the collarbones. Look forward and slowly bring the arms together. Maybe this is not possible today. I'll go forward. And thumbs together, look up if it's okay with your neck. Otherwise, you can stay here and feel the energy. And again, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Virabhadrasana, one, warrior. And you can be here And feel the power of this asana and the symbolism of a warrior, right? From here, you stay for 5 breaths. I will just do it immediately. We're going to Virabhadrasana 2. So the hips are now forward, floating the arms. Look over the back arm to align with the leg. Look back to the left arm and feel let's do something. Bring the arms around to bring the shoulders back in alignment. Make sure this is still working strong here. Muscles of the leg hugging the bones and breathing back. Look over. Feel the power of the warrior. Maybe the battle here is between the higher self and the lower self. And we're winning this, right? So bring it down, feet forward, and we would do the other side. I'm just doing very fast because of the time here, but ideally you take at least 5 breaths in each asana. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1, warrior 2. So always you move with the inhale and release down with exhale. Warrior 2, looking to the side, the shoulders are connected. Release the arms, feet slightly in, and walk or jump the feet together. And we're back to our Tadasana. With Anjali Mudra, with the hands on the heart, maybe take a time between asana. Please take your time to feel the power of this asanas. They are so powerful. If you can wake up, just do this one. Just do Tadasana, maybe go to your warrior. So to correct incorrect postures of standing, you can use this asanas. And to strengthen your legs and your core, here's a great one, the chair. It's usually done with the feet together, but I'm gonna do it hip distance apart. Slightly coming down here. Make sure that this is not going like this, the pelvic. Imagine you're gonna sit in an imaginary chair and bring your weight slightly back. And you can bring the arms up. And remember, the lower you go, more work. And if that's too much, you can be here. Make sure the alignment, you can look forward. And feel the energy of the arms, bring the arms back. And make sure that the knees are not passing here. And I'm gonna correct myself and just come back down. Usually when I do it, I start from down here. I hold on the sides and I come up. So the great way, if you're just beginning to do this, to get to a wall, hold back, feet hip distance apart, and here's your chair. And here you can take the advantage of the wall and align your head, relax, you can have the arms. Here you can do your Anjali Mudra, and stay here with at least 5 breaths. Here, maybe more if you can. And you feel the power here. Power, the energizing of the legs to come out, go to the wall, and release. So this is 4 asanas you can practice every day. If you can, at least do your chair, do your Tadasana, and practice some balance. Here I'm going to show you a very simple one. You can do a tree. Just the beginning of a tree, right? Let's bring all the weight to the right leg and bring the knee up. Tuck the knee. And that's a practice for doing the tree. If that's too much, you can hold on to the wall. And here's the variation. Ideally, you come from here to place your foot into the leg into the foot, into Anjali Mudra again. But here are the variations. You can actually do this maybe and hold on to the wall. If that's too much, you can start here. And find that alignment again, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Pressing the four corners of my feet on the mat. Kneecap up, whole leg ignited here. Second variation. Find a drishti, a point of focus on the ground or on the wall. Always, this is the concentration, the dhyana, concentration. Find that strength, you have that strength. Yes, the tree sways a little bit just like a tree. Sometimes I like to play in class that we're a tree and the wind is coming. And you can move to see if I can go back to the balance here and then come back here and down and shake it off. Virkasana, the tree pose. So, let's see so far if you have any questions. And let me look at the time. Okay, so I'll show you just a few more quickly here. Unfortunately, it's not a lot of time, but I will do another session. Next week will be pranayama, but the last one will be all asanas, and I'm going to put together. By the way, this is not a sequence. This I'm just showing you asanas that can help you with your posture. So here's a great one in the morning that you can do on your fours, cat cow. Wrist right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Press the feet down or have the feet folded like this. Start with the pelvis. Inhale. And actually I start from neutral here, my head goes right up. So pelvis up, lower back, middle back, upper back, head. So this is supposedly to be a cow in India. There's so many there. And exhale, starting the movement from the pelvis. Remember, with one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, press the hands, the knees down, the head goes down. Exhale, down, cat. Inhale up, pelvis, middle back, higher back, head. Right? Inhale, exhale down. And let's exhale, come up to Balasana, child. On the child here, I'm doing the knees open. My belly is going to take all the space in between the knees, and I'm going to rest down. And this is great asana to relax. If you have lower back pain, relax here. And breathe. Keep the toes. I don't know if you can see the big toes connected on the back. Extend the child. And one more here, coming up. Gonna come all the way down. And I'm gonna give you a great asana that has helped me in the time that I was suffering from sciatica. This has helped me greatly. And also for lower back pain. So here we go. It's called the crocodile. And it's just like a child reading a book, right? Just nothing to do here. I'm not pressing the hands on my face. And you can feel, in my case, I'm gonna adjust here. If the elbows are too forward, that's gonna put a lot of strain in your back, in your lower back. And if it's too much in, we'll strain your neck. So find your sweet spot, right? And just hang here for as long as you can. And if everything's okay, stay here. Maybe from here, go to baby cobra. Elbows right under the shoulders, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. That really releases the lower back here. Press anything that you do that you need to support yourself. So in this case, you should be able to take the hands out, even the elbows a little bit, because I'm supported by my lower body, right? My legs. I'm pressing the tops of my feet down to the mat. I'm finding that alignment. Maybe I look to the edge of the mat to elongate the neck. Maybe look to the right, look to the left. This is the baby cobra in the future, maybe coming up here. That's a little more advanced. And if you have back pain, please don't come out. I'll just stay here in your crocodile. And to come out of all that, always rest in the child. This time I'm gonna do it with my knees together, my feet together, and my hands are just gonna rest on the side, forehead on the mat, and breath. And rest there, shoulders are dropping down. And feel that connection with the earth, you know. Mainly what I wanna, if I wanna get one thing through you today, is that asanas can connect us back to ourselves. There's nothing that shows you more who you are when you get on the mat or when you're outside doing your practicing, and then you start having more awareness of your body or your emotions. Sometimes on my classes, I'll look, there's people that laugh a lot, some people cry. So emotions come in, let the emotions come, let the energy pass through, because those are only energy. What we're feeling now in the world it's difficult, but will pass. And it's just some little tools that we have, and yoga is amazing too. I have found for my life that two things, music and yoga, amazing to connect me with something bigger than I am, because we're just part of something. So a few tips for you for this week. Practice your pelvic tilt. Remember I talked about, you can even do it lying down to get that. Everything that you don't use, don't move too much, stays, stay stuck. So we want to move energy through there. Practice your balance, even if you're just standing, holding on to the wall. Maybe you can even put one finger on the wall for emotional support or psychological support, and then let it go. And know, yes, balance is not difficult. It's just really finding. Remember, maybe we remember the Brazilian matchbox here. This is alignment. So it's so simple. You just want to have bone on top of bone, so your muscles can finally do its thing, which is just to hold in place, not to really, it's not a building. The muscles don't build. What builds are the bones. And another tip is awareness. Throughout this week, stop yourself and say, wait a minute, am I doing this? Here's my cell phone. Am I doing this again? No wonder at the end of the day, we're all stuck here, or painful and hard, sometimes headache. Is my computer on the level? Is in my car, do I have a good chair? Do I have a good chair in my home? Is my bed? How do I sleep? So be aware, not reprimanding yourself, but aware, and just go back to your building yourself well as an architect, standing in line, brushing your teeth, maybe practice your balance while you're waiting for your tea to boil, your water to boil. And so on. Yoga, you don't even need a mat. You can practice yoga anytime, anywhere. You just need the will, the volition. And like I said before, practicing, discipline gives you freedom, right? It's a discipline, a lot of big word, but discipline will give you freedom. And so I hope you get in your routine to some of the asanas that we have, that I have suggested, and awareness of the body. So I hope that this has been helpful to you today. And the next week I'll be here with pranayama. So hopefully we'll have this chest open and good posture for us to inhale the good air, because the earth is getting cleaner now, the air is getting better, and we want to use it all, right? Use all the potential of these lungs. So thank you so much for being here, for watching. Stay safe, stay home if you can. Namaste.